Wild wall, reconstructed wall, epic wall and modern wall. This hike has the lot. Join us as we walk the Great Wall right here on Drone and Phone. Well, welcome to the fourth episode in our Great Wall adventure. Andy, we're going to go up there today. It's a little bit shorter. It's only about, well, somewhere between 5 and 7k from Jiangkou along to Mutianyu. How are you feeling about it?
Well, there's always an adventure on Drone and Phone, isn't there? So I'm looking forward to something happening at some time, but can't wait. This is going to be fun.
Okay, this should be our highest and some of the most dramatic wall that we're going to do. Let's get going. The Great Walls of China are much misunderstood, and here at Drone and Phone we're on a mission to change that. Over 8 episodes we travel from the far east of the Ming Wall to the far west, bringing you a series of hikes that reveal a little of the history and the true splendour of this wonder of the world. There are 2 ways to get to the start of this hike, either starting near Mutianyu Great Wall cable car at the village of Buzhe and hiking up the valley, or, as we did, drive around the mountain ridge to Yizhaizi. It's about an hour's drive to get there, but you start closer and much higher up at 620 metres rather than at 250 metres at Buzhe. The walk starts off easy along a forested path.
Well, this is very pleasant. It's fairly steady up through this little forest. Nice and gentle. I'm guessing the altitude's a little bit higher because I'm puffing a little bit, but at the moment it's lovely. I'm wondering though if it might be the calm before the storm.
Before turning up a steep incline as you start to work your way up to the wall at 970 metres. So this one starts with a very steep climb up. How's it for you, Andy?
I'll be honest, I thought it was nice and easy at the start, but it suddenly got quite difficult.
We're not too far from the top now, but yeah, quite a brutal start, so get ready for that. Once we complete the 300 metre climb, we are faced with a ladder that I am told is kept by local farmers who sometimes charge for its use, but there is no one there today.
That's genius, that is. I wonder if this is what Genghis Khan tried to do. I bet he did, you know.
Once up, you are greeted by one of the most majestic views the wall has to offer. Made it.
Look at that. Wow.
From this point, we're heading towards Mutianyu, but if you look at the opposite direction, you can see Zhangbei Lao and the stretch of Jiangkou Great Wall. This is a magnificent stretch of the Wild Wall, but extremely dangerous to hike, so making the most of this splendid view, we rest, eat our lunch and marvel at this extraordinary feat of engineering. From here, we pick our way through trees that have rooted along the wall as we slowly work our way over to the highest point at just over 1,000 metres. Now here, I don't know if you can see, but the wall is just across there. Now there is a path that will take you across to avoid going all the way up there, which is where we're going to go. So we're going to climb up there and then back down to the other side, which is literally only about, I would say, 100 metres across this way. It's hard to explain the gradient of the wall, which at times feels more like rock climbing than walking, but this section of the Wild Wall is reasonably easy to navigate, with the odd makeshift ladder to help you on some of the towers.
Well, sometimes it's quite hard to explain just how steep these bits are. I don't know how to describe it to you, but it's really steep. It's phenomenal. That's that way. And then if I can show you, just around here, maybe I can swing it around like that. It just goes straight up. Wow. I'm not sure you can get the perspective, but goodness me, it's really steep.
Andy is making his way up to the high point, I'm already there and very much enjoying this walk. So this is probably the highest we're going to get on our Great Wall tour. Have a look at that. Just over 1,000 meters, 1024 here. And we started at around 635. So not too much of a climb to get up here. And if you can see, if I just turn around over here, it's all pretty well downhill, back down over to the village down there. This walk has an equal mix of wild and reconstructed wall, but bear in mind it will take you a lot longer to cover the same distance on the wild wall. You also need to be much more prepared for the wild wall, and key to that are your shoes. Well, on any Great Wall adventure you need really good shoes, grippy shoes. Big shout out to Kailas who provided these shoes with Vibram soles. I think without them, and I think Andy's feeling the same, we'd be in a lot of trouble, but with them, pretty good grip. As we come down, the wall starts to meander and we lose the dramatic view that had stayed with us for the first section. Coming to a wooden fence, we reach the end of the wild wall and climb down to a very different experience. So here you can see this is renovated wall, and if I look down behind me you can see lots of tourists here. We're on the renovated part. Actually quite easy to get on. There was a security guard sort of guarding the end, but he very kindly just showed us the way to get onto the wall by climbing up a little bit of a wall, and we're away. So if I turn around here, you're going to be able to see the wall that we're going to walk, which after this descent looks along here very gentle. Oops, almost looks flat. The great advantage of the reconstructed wall are the information boards that help bring the history of the mountain back to life, along with the graffiti boards erected to stop people writing on the actual wall. Well, you can see here an old cannon that's pointing out. If I just stand up here and look down, this is the valley down below that they would be looking for nomadic raiders to come up. And you can see a lot of trees there, but in those days they would have cut all the trees down for at least 500 meters to a kilometer to make sure they can see anyone who attempts to attack up this hill. Once again, we can peer over the wall at a strategic valley that the wall covers on both sides to stop potential raiders coming through the valleys to attack Beijing. Being on the wall and seeing it firsthand fires up the imagination of what it must have been like in the Ming dynasty. The one thing they did not have, though, was modern day travel. So we've reached a point here where we are able to go down on a cable car. A lot of these walls have got cable cars to make life a little easier, or we can continue along for a bit and maybe get a toboggan or take a path down. Just waiting for Jack and Andy to come down and we'll make a decision which way we're going to go. We choose to push on to the second exit further down the wall that offers a sledge ride as well as a cable car. But they are operated by two different companies and we cannot tell whether it will be open. 2 kilometres on and we find it's closed, so we choose to walk down a path into the tourist village of Mutianyu where our hotel is. Well, that's the end of this episode. We've done about 7k to now. We've got a little way to go, maybe about 8 or 9 by the time we finish, but it's all downhill. Good mix of wild and reconstructed Great Wall. How was it for you, Andy?
It was really good. I much enjoyed the contrast of the old and the new, and also the weather's so much less hot.
And some really spectacular views again. Now we've got lots more episodes on the Great Wall, and you're going to find those on our website at droneandphone.com and also on our YouTube channel. For now, my name's DJ.
I'm Andy J.
And this is Drone and Phone.
I just pick up your litter. There's stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
Shocking.
Shocking. Yeah, shocking. This person.